So, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today when we are going to talk about graduate studies in the United States. This event is organized by the Education USA Baltics team, and our mission is to provide current, accurate, and unbiased information about higher education opportunities in the United States. So, you have found the perfect graduate program for you, and now it is time to convince the program that you are the great match for it. The question is how to do that. So I'm very happy to introduce you our very special guest today, Marina Passos, the Associate Director of Recruitment and Marketing in Northeastern University, and she will advise you how to prepare strong graduate school application. So, Marina, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Ab. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Marina Passos, and I'm part of the International Enrollment Management team at Northeastern University. It's a pleasure to be here today and to talk to you about applying for graduate programs in the United States. So thank you, Ab. Thank you, Education USA. I'm really happy to join you tonight. So this webinar is dedicated to international students who are interested in pursuing a graduate certificate, a master's degree, or a PhD in the United States. The session will be conducted in English. If you have any questions, please write them on the chat box, and we will address all questions at the end of the session, all right? So basically, during this session, we'll provide general overview of the application process. It's important to mention that admissions requirements, they vary by university, college, and program that you're interested in. So please get in touch with the university of your choice for more information on specific requirements. You can all see my screen, right? Just double checking. Okay, good. So this is an overview of what we will discuss in the next few minutes. So we'll be talking about Northeastern University, how to find a program that aligns with your goals and your expectations, how to start the application process, academic requirements, and also specific requirements when it comes to resume, statement of purpose, and letters of recommendation. And we'll also talk about the next steps upon acceptance to the program. So Northeastern is a Tier 1 research university. We actually have a really strong learning model that integrates rigorous academics with experiential learning. Northeastern is currently ranked among the top 50 US national universities, and we are really proud to say that we are #1 for co-op and internships. We have more than 3,000 employer partners in the United States and beyond, and more than 10,000 students attending the co-op program each year. For those who are not familiar with co-op, it's basically an experiential learning program that you can take upon completion of one academic year at Northeastern. So it's a professional experience that you can gain within your field of studies. So basically, let me just... There you go. Our main campus is located in Boston, Massachusetts. However, we do offer regional campuses across the US and also in Canada and also in the United Kingdom. All of those campuses are open to international students, but most programs you're going to find in our main campus in Boston. So it's really well located, quite near downtown. So you have access to lots of shops, restaurants, cafe, landmarks, and all of this. And we have more than 200 programs offered in our main campus in Boston. Okay, so how to choose the right program? Basically, one of the main advantages of studying abroad, especially in the United States, is that you can aim for a highly ranked world university. So this means access to better academic education, to universities that have great facilities, up-to-date academic resources. And besides, the number of programs which are available is much higher than what we are used to in Europe. So it's a great opportunity for you to explore different field of studies as well. Also, by attending a program outside your home country can help to develop certain skills which are really high on demand nowadays, like flexibility, adaptability, problem-solving skills, communication skills, just to name a few. So first of all, consider your career goals. Ask yourself how the program can help you achieve your goals, and make sure that the program that you choose is aligned with your career interests. So consider your career pathway. Allocate at least 6 months or so prior to application deadlines. It takes time to research and prepare yourself both academically and financially to attend a graduate program overseas. So you might want to create a calendar of deadlines, and also check the program's curriculum for credits that you need to take towards earning that specific degree. Check the program's requirements. So do I need to have any academic background on this specific field of studies? Are there any prerequisite courses that I need to complete before applying? What are the minimum scores for TOEFL, for GRE, for GMAT? Also think of the class modality. So what's the learning model that you want? Are you looking for an online program that you can attend from your home country? Or are you looking for an in-person program where you actually travel to the United States? And of course, be mindful of the start dates of the programs as well. Review the university's websites and ask questions. This is very important. Ask for help if you need to narrow down your options. You may contact students and alumni, for examples. Not many candidates know, but universities, they usually have student ambassadors. So those students, talking to those students is a really great opportunity for international students, because you have the chance to communicate to one student, maybe even from your home country, and learn more about their experience at the university. And also, feel free to contact an academic counselor. So Education USA, they provide counseling. Reaching out to them can definitely make your life easier because, well, you will have guidance from a team of experts. So their team has experience and expertise in educational programs in the US. So moving on to the application itself. So just keep in mind that the objective of the application is not only to show the admissions office your past achievements, but it is also to present your story using your own words. So keep that in mind. To start your application, you need to review the university's website. Confirm if documents should be provided online, or if the university requires original official copies to be sent by mail. This is very important. Have all documents on hand before fulfilling the online application, and take your time. Don't submit your application before uploading all required documents. If you don't submit all documents properly, your application will not be reviewed by the university's admissions office. And this is very important. I get lots of questions from students asking, can I submit the application and just submit pending documents afterwards? You can, but just bear in mind that until you actually submit all required documents, your application will not be reviewed. So there is no way for the admissions office to start reviewing an incomplete application. All right, so be mindful of that before you actually submit your application. And once again, be mindful as well about the deadlines to apply. So it's not about applying by deadline and just sharing a few documents. All documents should be uploaded and the application should be complete by the stated deadline. So keep that in mind. So when you start the application process, you will notice that some documents which are required are like standard documents, all right? So the ones which other students might also have the same results as you. And we call those hard data. So hard data, it includes your transcripts, your test results, your resume. As an international student, remember that you will need to submit an official English exam score. So at Northeastern, we accept TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo, or PTE. But once again, it depends on the program that you're applying for. All right, so please confirm with the university of your choice which tests they accept. On the other hand, there are a few documents which you have total control of that no other applicant will have the same document as you. And those are the statement of purpose and recommendation letters. So those are the ones that will differentiate you from other candidates. We call these documents soft data. So you may have the same GPA as other candidates. You may have the same TOEFL scores. You might have worked on the same company for the same amount of time, but you will never write the same statement of purpose or provide the same recommendation letters as the other candidate. So let's talk a little bit about the resume. Make sure that your resume is updated and optimized for your application. So you must tailor your resume according to the program that you want to pursue. Your experience should be in chronological order, starting with your current position. And you may want to include articles, any research that you may have done, or any awards and achievements and honors that you have received in the past. Don't forget to also add, of course, your name and your contact information to the resume as well. Letters of recommendation. We get lots of questions regarding the letters of recommendation. Students, they want to know if they can be academic, if they should be professional. So basically, letters of recommendation, they should come from professors, academic coordinators, former professional supervisors. So it can be both professional or academic. Once again, there might be a few programs that require professional recommendation letters. For example, the MBA program. If you're looking for the MBA program, it's best for you to have to provide a professional letter of recommendation instead of an academic. So once again, please check the academic requirements for the program that you were interested in. So basically, you just need to choose strong recommenders who know you well and can point out all of your strengths. It can never be a friend or family member. All right, this is very important. I had one student once, and she actually worked for her father. So she got a recommendation from her father. Unfortunately, we do not accept that. So bear in mind that it cannot be a friend or a family member, all right? Always discuss with the recommenders before submitting their contact information to the university, and also provide information to the recommenders about the university that you are applying for, about the program that you are applying for. Give them time to prepare their recommendations. Don't ask them for a letter on one day and expect them to actually have it ready by the next day, because they will most likely not provide that recommendation letters in such short notice. So give them a deadline, but at the same time, give them a great amount of time for them to write their recommendations. And now for the most important part of your application, the statement of purpose. So the statement of purpose is one of the most important components of your application. Sometimes we call them personal statements, personal essays, or anything like that. But it's a critical piece of a graduate school application that tells admissions committees who you are, what your academic and professional interests are, and how you will add value to the program that you're applying for. So admissions professionals, they already have your transcripts. They already have your resume. They already have your test scores. So they already have your hard data. The statement of purpose is your chance to tell your story in your own words. So the statement of purpose should describe your background and should explain what you hope to achieve by completing the program. And it should, of course, address your unique features. As I mentioned before, they already have all your information, but it's an opportunity for the admissions office to actually get to know you and think of everything that you achieved in the past and how you can actually put those experiences that you had into the statement of purpose. All right, so keep it professional. You might want to list some soft skills that you have acquired in the past. So when you start writing the statement of purpose, you might want to start with brainstorming, all right? So ask yourself a few questions before you start writing your statement of purpose. So why does this program interest me? Why did I choose this university? What are my professional goals and expectations? How will my unique professional and personal experiences add value to the program and to the university? How will completing this degree impact my life? What are my expectations? What are my soft skills? Ask yourself those questions, make a draft. So put these answers on a paper. And next, you will want to take the ideas that you have identified during the brainstorming process and plug them into an outline that will guide you through the writing process. So an effective outline for your statement of purpose might look something like this. So you have the introduction. So you're going to write a brief introduction to yourself and your background. You may want to start with an attention-grabbing hook, for instance. And then you're moving on to the body, where you will list your relevant experience, accomplishments that relate to the program that you're applying for, reason why you're interested in that specific university and the program, how you can add value to the university's community. And of course, we have the conclusion, which allows for a brief summary of the information that you presented in the body that emphasizes your qualifications and compatibility with the university. So an outline like this will give you a roadmap to follow so that your statement of purpose is well organized and concise. And bear in mind, just like the resume, tailor your essays accordingly. Do not submit a statement of purpose to one university with another university's name on it, or even with another program's name on it. So be careful with that as well. You have to tailor your statement of purpose according to the university and according to the program that you are looking for. Remember, universities, they are not the same. Universities, they differ. The program's curriculum, they are not the same either. So tailor your letters accordingly. And always review your application before submitting it. So review grammar, vocabulary, punctuation. Review it multiple times. So as I always tell students, review it once you're finished. Review it again a few hours later and again on the next day. Ask someone that you trust to read the statement of purpose. You know, 4 eyes are better than 2. So always check for spelling and grammar, especially to avoid the admissions team to dismiss your application. Be true to yourself. And now that you have submitted your application, so now what? So as I have mentioned before, if you don't submit all documents, then your application will not be reviewed by the admissions office. So Always check your application status once you have submitted it. If it says application incomplete, please have a look at it again, do a checklist, check all documents which are submitted. You will most likely find the ones that are missing. Admissions, this is very important also. Admissions decisions, they are made using an holistic approach. So that means that admissions committees, they consider the entire application when considering the applicant. Strong recommendation letters, a clear and well-written application essay, relevant experience can help to overcome an obstacle of a low GPA, for instance. And once you're accepted, don't forget to enroll for the program. Upon enrollment confirmation, it means that you are actually accepting your offer and you wish to attend the university. I'd like to give you some final tips and suggestions as well. Especially for the statement of purpose, allow time for drafts. So when you begin drafting the content, make sure to provide insight of what drives you. Demonstrate your interest in the university by addressing unique features of the program that you interest you the most. Just be yourself. It helps to keep your audience in mind while you're writing. Don't forget to let your personality shine through, but at the same time, don't forget that you're writing to the admissions office. So you need to keep it professional, right? It's important to be authentic when writing your statement of purpose so that the admissions committees, they know who you are and why your unique perspective will add value to the program. And also take your time. If you don't feel creative, that's perfectly fine. Just stop there, do something else, go have a great meal with your friends and family, watch a movie, and then go back to your writing. Once again, connect with the university, explore the website, contact Education USA, contact academic counselors, attend events just like this one that we are recording now. Watch videos on YouTube so you can access, for instance, Northeastern's YouTube channel to watch some videos about all colleges, student testimonials, and all of this. And of course, avoid plagiarism. So plagiarism is basically a violation of intellectual property. So it refers to the act of taking the ideas and words of others and pretending they are your own. So it's unethical, of course, and your application will be dismissed. So do not plagiarize. And finally, I will leave you with some questions just to make you think about yourself, your accomplishments, your goals. So universities, they are looking for students who will contribute to the university's community. So that includes collaborative thinking, being a constructive member of the class, but it also means participating in research, projects, sports, any activities promoted by the university. All right, so if you have any questions, I kindly ask that you please write them on the chat box, and I will address all questions at this point. So thank you for joining. I hope it was clear for everyone, but please, once again, if you have any questions, please type them on the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina. And now we are waiting for the questions. Perhaps I can start. So yes. I'm asking, what are the most common mistakes graduate applicants are doing and our students should avoid?
So basically, not really preparing before applying. We see lots of students submitting incomplete applications, for instance, or we can see students applying with the incorrect documents. So once again, just check with the university of your choice what the requirements are. Let's say that you're applying for Northeastern's project management program, all right, a master's degree. So the minimum TOEFL score required for that one is 79. So be mindful of those minimum requirements as well when it comes to English proficiency exam, because these are important things. These are important documents for international students. And so please keep in mind to check all admissions requirements. So this is one thing that I always tell students, because we see lots of students actually submitting incomplete applications.
Well, I don't see any questions in the chat box. One question from me. I know that Northeastern is a big research university. Do you offer financial aid for international students as well?
And this is a really great question. So we do have a few scholarships which are offered on merit basis. So that means that all candidates, they will be considered for a scholarship. The only thing is the admissions office will review the application. There is no separate form. If the student is eligible for a partial scholarship, the student will be advised upon acceptance to the program. If the students are looking for a PhD program, our programs, they actually include a stipend which covers tuition and health insurance. So that's a plus for Northeastern University as well. And that actually makes the PhD program really competitive at Northeastern as well.
Okay, I see one question. How much do extracurricular activities count towards acceptance to a university?
This is a really great question. It will depend on the program that you're applying for, okay? But basically, let's say that you're applying for an MBA program. So that requires that you have at least a little bit of professional experience. So definitely any volunteer work, any internships that you have completed in the past will count towards your admissions requirements. But let's say that you're applying for a PhD program, then definitely any research that you have completed will add strong value to the application. Let's say that you're applying, let me get another program here, Global Studies and International Relations. Any volunteer program and internships will also count towards professional experience. So that, that will depend on the program that you're applying for, but definitely include them on your resume and your statement of purpose. Volunteer work, university associations, those are things that you might want to include in your statement of purpose, just, naming a few things that you have done outside the classroom at the university. Let's say that you engaged in any university associations, or you were part of that research group or something like that in your during your undergrad degree. Please add this experience to the statement of purpose. But not only adding the experience, but also telling us what you got from that experience. So did you acquire any skills? What did you learn from those experiences? That's what we want you to include in the statement of purpose.
Well, one more question. Would you recommend students to reach out to faculty before applying?
Only if students are applying for a PhD program. If you're applying for a graduate certificate or a master's degree, then you don't need to reach out to faculty before applying. But if you're applying for a PhD program, I do recommend that you reach out to faculty prior to applying.
All right, then no more questions, it seems to me. So thank you, Marina, so much for joining us and advising our students. And thank you to all students to joining us as well. So I think we can call it today then. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was really nice joining you today. So thank you very much. If you have any further questions, you can also reach out to us at global@northeastern.edu. And once again, thank you for the invite, and hopefully we'll see you soon.